Hi, and welcome you to the Handmade Wedding. I know it's been quite a while. I have been in this channel for some months right now. I started this channel back in August 2025, and I think we have moved quite a bit into 2026, and still uh, not many videos are out there in my content section. The reason behind that is I have not uh, given quite a lot of content out there. So I know you have a lot of queries why I was not putting out content, because I was actually jotting out how to frame the structure of this channel, the content. The thing actually starts from today. Today I'm going to start my first Bengali wedding planning journey for somebody else. Like, I have already done my wedding. My wedding is, I'm no longer a newly bride. But yeah, I can help others become uh, the newly bride, and everything I'll take care of. So, without any further ado, let's jump into my first wedding planning. So, uh, a person named Ananya, she reached out to me. She is getting married, and she reached out to me a few days back. I got a mail from her in my email ID. I was just about to miss that email, but since I check mails every day, I got hold of that mail, and let me just read that mail out to you. So she wrote in the subject that planning a daytime Bengali wedding. I'm clueless. Hi, the Handmade Wedding team. I hope you are doing well. I'm a huge fan of your channel and love how you make wedding planning look so effortless. My wedding is coming up, and my fiance and I have decided on a daytime wedding. The problem is, every Bengali wedding I have ever been to happens at night. I honestly have no idea how to structure the day, what kind of decor works for sunlight, or how to handle the timeline without it being feel rushed. I'm completely overwhelmed by the details and don't even know where to start. Since your channel is all about stress free, beautiful weddings, I knew I had to reach out to you. I need your expert eyes to step in, take the reins, and save me from this planning anxiety. Can we please connect? I desperately need the handmade wedding magic to figure this out for me. Best, Ananya. So I received this frantic email from a subscriber called Ananya. So Ananya is a subscriber to my channel. Out of the 8 subscribers I have right now, she is one of them. So she is having a day wedding, and she has zero details figured out, and she's completely overwhelmed, like all brides are, right? And so don't worry, Ananya, we'll definitely figure it out, and we'll figure it out today itself. Although I'll share you a detailed email about how you should plan your wedding and stuff, but overview I'm going to share it here, so that other viewers who are similar to you, who are trying to plan a wedding something like yours, might find some clue out of this video. So here we are, in this video we are going to build her daytime wedding blueprint from scratch. And she also mentioned in the email that that she wants an intimate wedding, not a very big one, not a very big, like 400 500. She is not going to get into that. She is just going to be having around 8 to 100 max people in her wedding, and it's a daytime one. So generally what we see, Ananya, in the Bengali weddings, they're all nighttime weddings. Although the rituals like haldi and everything, they take place during the day, uh, the main thing, the wedding, that takes place at night. That's what we generally see. But you are Bengali, and you can have enough desire to do a daytime wedding, and we all respect that too much. What I feel is that everyone should have the freedom to plan their own wedding. Like, I always wanted to have a daytime wedding, but due to different family issues, in-laws and stuff, I was not able to get that total freedom of planning my own wedding just the way I want. So I could make the most of what was available, doing a nighttime wedding along with some things which I preferred. So that was my wedding. But today I'm not going to talk about mine. Today, you are the celebrity, you are the showstopper. Sorry. Yeah. So what happened is that you want a daytime wedding, fine. So we need to skip a lot of things. You're going to have a single day wedding. You are not going to stretch it out to more than one day. And daytime, that means we have only 5 to 6 hours in hand in which we have to execute the entire thing. And you also are going to get done some rituals. Like, you don't want to do it in a court marriage thing. You don't want to do it in that way. You want to do the rituals which is so good that all the mala badul and the shidur dan and everything all will happen. And so we're going to start it from around 9:30 a.m. because 9:30 a.m. is sure to be the call time that will be given to the guests, to the bride and groom, like including you as well, that by 9:30 a.m. everybody needs to be ready and be on the spot. Beyond that, we can't plan anything. Like, beyond that, the rituals will start and everything is going to be chaotic. So by 9:30 you need to have your breakfast done, you need to have your makeup done, and you need to be all ready and set for the wedding. And here in your case, I think it's better for us to skip the haldi and all of the rituals. If you want it, if you want the haldi to be done, definitely then in that case you need to start even earlier, like 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. Otherwise, completing it by 9:30 a.m., it's kind of really hectic. It's going to be hectic and you will not get any time for bridal makeup at all. So as much as I have read your email that you are not going to do any haldi and everything, just you want the wedding to be done in a ritualistic way. So one thing I'll suggest you, that speak to your family members. If they want to do the haldi and other rituals, they can do a previous day just for the ritual perspective. You can maybe just what we call in Bengali niyom rokha. So just for that purpose, we can do it in the previous day, that you can discuss with your family how they want to do it. And we don't need to require any photographers or the camera crew or the makeup person. We don't want that kind of chaos the previous day. Our focus will be just on the day of your wedding. And since it's going to be a November wedding, the weather is going to be a fantastic one. We are going to start it from 9:30 a.m. and that day is not going to contain any kind of haldi or other rituals, just the wedding. So it's going to get started at 9:30 a.m. Everyone is ready, people are there, all your close friends and family members are there. So we'll give around 30 to 45 minutes for the bridal and groom shoot. So since it's going to be in that way, I need to give both you and your fiance the time to soak in all that vibe, to get, because the cam crew will be there, and you need to get ready for your bridal shoots and everything. So by 9:30 you need to be on the stage. Even if not on stage, you need to be in your bridal attire and looking all pumped and glowed up, and also your groom should be ready. So both of you, you do some bridal shoots, pre-wedding things. All of that shoots get completed by the camera crew in 45 minutes, and then you both can do a bridal entry, and do the mala bodol in the Bengali pattern. and then one by one you can involve the family members to mingle with you guys, and you can just speak with them. You can have a lovely time for around the next 30 minutes, and by that time you will be around, it will be around 11:30 or something like that. And during that 11:30 you should be on the place or the mandap that the ritual is taking place. So, and I believe the ritual is going to take place for around 2 hours, one or 1.5 hour. Definitely, it will take. So, here I would like to suggest you one more thing is that because you're doing a daytime wedding, it's not. Generally, it doesn't happen for Bengali couples, right? Our wedding takes place at night, sometimes 12 a.m., 2 a.m., 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m. something. These are the timings generally, which I know. So once you can do is before planning this out, speak to your pandit who is going to carry out this entire thing, and if he or she, because these days lady purohits also do your entire ritual, so you can just speak to them that I just want to do a daytime wedding, and how can you help to execute that. And I know that many purohits will be like, no, we don't do this at night, this is against the rules, this is, there's a lot of things will be there. See Ananya, one thing I'll just tell you very upfront. You are trying to do something which is out of the box. So there will be people who are resisting this. There will be people. So, prepare yourself for that and choose a pandit who is happy to accommodate all your needs. So you have two things. One is speak to the pandit, and yeah, this is one of the important things. And once you're sorted with that, the ritual can begin around 11:30 or 12. It can go on for 1.5 hour. You get married, and then you do couple shoots, and then family shoots, family photographs. Everything gets clicked, and then you move on to your reception and having your lunch and spending a gala time with the family, and the thing ends by evening. So this is going to be all the timelines of your wedding. And you didn't mention anything about the legal marriage or something. If you want that to happen on the day of the wedding, then we can accommodate that also. Timings for that, the timings for that can be accommodated just after the pre-wedding shoots. We can give you a time slot of around half an hour, so that your legal marriage gets completed by then. And yeah, so all those things I'll share with you in the email, that you need to contact your lawyer at least 1 month prior to your legal marriage day. So the marriage will be solemnized on that day, but you have to contact him 1 or 2 months earlier to that. You have to first apply for the legal marriage thing. So this is the thing which happened with me. I don't know whether laws have changed now, but as far as I know, you have to apply it a month prior to your legal marriage day. So this is the basic timeline of how the things will be. Now let's come to the decor. That you said to me that you're going to book a venue, that you don't want it too much big thing, and I get that. 100 for 100 people, a good rooftop venue is enough. If that space has good sitting capacity and everything, you can just book one of the good rooftop cafes, and which have good food, definitely. And I can understand from your tone that you just need something different. You can go for a continental or a different kind of dinner, or you can go for the traditional Bengali lunch. If I said dinner, I'm sorry, because Bengali weddings are going to be dinners, right? But for your kids, it will be a very good lunch. And so still, since it's November, it's already going to be a bit of chilly. Uh, it's not going to be a problem, because daytime lunch will be even more better. And speaking of the decor, just go for a very bohemian kind of decor. You can involve lilies and orchids, and if you involve a good peachy pink kind of theme during the day, it will look fabulous, because those tones, right? And since the entire thing will be done by the day, so you can get also some time for the golden hour shoot. And during the golden hour shoot, which happens around 5 p.m., 4:30 p.m., 5 p.m., during November, they have a very good kind of hue, and the peachy pink tone looks actually awesome during that night. More like it looks better as compared to at night. So you can definitely go for a peachy pink theme. I'll send you some inspirations from Pinterest uh, in this email itself, once I replied back to this email. So this is the thing about decor. And since it's in November is not far. We just have 5-6 months to go until November. So I would just request that I'll give you some contacts of the makeup artists that I believe they're good enough, and you can just contact them and see whether they are free. And if they're not free, I'll definitely be happy to reach out to you and give some contacts of other makeup artists who are better. But I think since it's a day wedding, most of the makeup artists who although it's a wedding date, but still you will get enough options, because these artists are generally busy around afternoon time, like from 12 p.m. they get busy, but very few of them get busy at 7 a.m. So timing, I think it will play in good favor of you, because you're doing a day wedding and it will be actually fabulous. And I have already shared the details of the photographer and everything. You can contact them. If they're not free, then contact the next one. So I have sent you 5-6 details. You can contact them. Other than that, I don't see anything. Like, I don't remember anything I'm missing out. And catering services, I already said that you can contact the venue, and that's the most hassle-free thing. And if you have any catering service whose service you really like, and you want them to be a part of your wedding, then definitely you can reach out to them. And other than that, your attire, right? If you want a very traditional Bengali wedding, right, then my suggestion is that go for a red Banarasi sari. I know there will be quite a few comments or things like, don't everyone is wearing red, why do you have to wear red, you can wear other colors also. But see, Christian weddings, white, we see a lot of white, right? This is because white is their thing, and white looks absolutely awesome. Although there are a lot of weddings happening every now and then, but still they wear white in that one occasion. Similarly, we Bengali Hindus, for us, red is also a thing, and it looks lovely with the shakha pola, because you have the entire lifetime to wear other colors. You can wear a different color on your anniversary, or you can wear a different color or on any of your friends' wedding. But your wedding, that day you need to stand out from the rest. And red Banarasi actually makes you stand out in that attire with a red veil, with the red blouse and the sari and with the jewelries and definitely a mukut, you stand out. And that is the word that comes from a person who has experimented a lot with her own wedding looks. But still, at last, I still to red because that is what our culture is, that is how our tradition is. And yeah, like even like take opinions from other people as well, like your parents or your fiance or whatever. But red actually feels very uh, special to me, especially on the wedding day, because yeah, you can experiment with different fabrics or something. You can go for a kanjivaram instead of banarasi, but do it in red or maroon, like the shades of red. There are so many shades of red, right? Try one of them. I'm sure they will look good on you. I can share some of the names of the designers who one of them who did my attire, and other places also, other shops where you can get the best of deals and the best of the things, and then you can go ahead. So yeah, with that we are done with Ananya's wedding planning. Ananya, if you have any kind of questions, you can drop an email to me, and I'll be more than happy to solve everything out there for you. And if anyone watching this video, if you want that I plan your wedding also, and I also help you in the process, then definitely reach out to me in my email ID, which I have mentioned in the description box below. And you can hit a like, share or subscribe to support the work I'm doing, and I promise I'll be more regular in this channel going forward. So till the next time we meet, bye and thank you.